Most people see a quarter dollar as just 25 cents. But what if I told you some quarters have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars? Rare errors, misprints, and special minting details have made certain quarters extremely valuable. So before you spend that quarter, check carefully. You might be holding a fortune. The 1979 quarter dollar without a mint mark is a fascinating piece of U.S. coinage history, especially for collectors searching for rare and valuable Washington quarters. While most 1979 quarters are considered common in circulation, certain conditions and varieties can make them highly valuable. This particular coin, without a mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, as the Philadelphia Mint did not place mint marks on quarters until 1980. The obverse, front side, of the 1979 Washington quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The inscriptions include Liberty at the top, In God We Trust on the left, and the year 1979 at the bottom. This design remained unchanged until the U.S. Mint introduced a new portrait in 1999. On the reverse, backside, the design features a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath it. This design symbolizes strength, peace, and the nation's readiness to defend itself. The inscriptions include United States of America at the top and E pluribus unum below it, followed by the denomination quarter dollar. The value of a 1979 quarter dollar largely depends on its condition and whether it has any rare errors or high-grade features. In circulated condition, most 1979 quarters are worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, in mint state, MS 65 or higher, these coins can be worth significantly more. A circulated 1979 quarter without a mint mark is generally worth 25 cents to $2 depending on where. An uncirculated example graded MS 65 can fetch $10 to $50. The highest graded specimens, such as MS 67 or MS 68, have sold for $5,000 to $40,000, particularly if they have strong luster and no visible damage. One of the most exciting aspects for collectors is the possibility of error coins, which can dramatically increase a quarter's value. Some of the most valuable error varieties found on 1979 quarters include off-center strikes. If the quarter was struck off-center during minting, leaving part of the design missing, it can be worth $100 to $5,000, depending on the degree of misalignment. Double die errors. Some 1979 quarters show doubling on letters or numbers, especially on In God We Trust or the date. These can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on how visible the doubling is. Clipped planche errors. If part of the coin's edge was accidentally cut off during minting, it could be worth $500 or more depending on the size of the clip. Struck on the wrong planche. If a 1979 quarter was accidentally struck on a nickel or dime planche, it could be worth several $1,000s to collectors. For collectors and enthusiasts, finding a 1979 quarter dollar in pristine condition or spotting a rare mint error can be incredibly exciting. Even though most 1979 quarters are not inherently rare, high-grade examples and error varieties can fetch significant prices at auctions. If you own a 1979 quarter without a mint mark, checking its condition and getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, is the best way to determine its true value. If your coin is in excellent condition or has a recognized minting error, it could be worth $40,000 or more, making it a valuable addition to any collection. The 1990 D quarter dollar, minted at the Denver Mint, is a fascinating collectible, especially when found in fine condition. While most quarters from this year are common in circulation, certain factors like condition, errors, and minting quality can significantly increase their value. The obverse, front side, of the coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The inscriptions on the front include Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, the year 1990 at the bottom, and the D mint mark near Washington's ponytail, indicating that it was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, backside, the design showcases a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches underneath. This symbolizes America's strength and its commitment to peace. The inscriptions include United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum just below, and quarter dollar at the bottom. The value of a 1990D quarter dollar depends on several key factors, including its condition and whether it has any rare minting errors. Circulated condition. Most 1990D quarters that have been used in everyday transactions are worth their face value of 25 cents to $1, unless they have unique characteristics. Uncirculated condition, MS60 to MS65. A 1990D quarter in mint state condition can be worth $5 to $50, depending on its luster and sharpness. High-grade specimens, MS67 and above. If the coin is in exceptional condition, it can fetch $500 to $5,000 or more at auctions. Error. Coins. Certain mint errors can dramatically increase the coin's value, making it worth tens of thousands of dollars. Some of the most valuable errors found on 1990D quarters include off-center strikes. If the coin was struck off-center with a portion of the design missing, it can be worth $100 to $10,000, depending on how extreme the misalignment is. Double die errors. Some 1990D quarters exhibit doubling on inscriptions or numbers, particularly in Liberty or In God We Trust. These can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on visibility. Clipped planche. A quarter with a missing piece along its edge due to an improper cut during minting can be worth $500 or more. Struck on the wrong planche. If a 1990D quarter was struck on a nickel, dime, or foreign coin planche, it could be worth several $1,000s. Collectors and investors looking for rare and valuable 1990D quarters often seek coins in high grades or with recognized mint errors. If you have a fine-condition 1990D quarter, it's worth inspecting closely for unusual features that could make it extremely valuable. Getting the coin professionally graded by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can provide an official assessment of its value. If your 1990D quarter is in exceptional condition or has a rare mint error, it could be worth as much as $90,000, making it a highly desirable piece for collectors. The 1982D quarter dollar, minted at the Denver Mint, is a highly sought-after collectible, especially in circulated condition with an estimated value of $90,000. While most quarters from this year were heavily used in everyday transactions, certain rare factors contribute to its high worth, making it a prized find for collectors. The obverse, front side, of the 1982 D. Washington quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. It includes the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, the year 1982 at the bottom, and the D mint mark near Washington's ponytail, signifying that it was struck in Denver. The reverse, backside, displays a majestic bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below, symbolizing both military readiness and peace. The inscriptions include United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum in the center, and quarter dollar at the bottom. Why is the 1982D quarter valuable? Most 1982D quarters are worth only their face value in circulated condition, but certain factors can make specific coins extremely valuable. High-grade condition. While most 1982D quarters are well-worn, finding one in mint state, MS65 or higher, can make it worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Low mintage and weak strikes. Due to changes in minting quality during the early 1980s, many 1982 quarters were struck with weaker details, making well-struck examples highly desirable. Mint errors. Coins with striking mistakes, such as off-center errors, double dies, clipped planches, and wrong planche strikes, can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. No mint sets. In 1982, the U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets in 1982 meaning well-preserved quarters are harder to find. This increases demand for high-quality examples. Value of the 1982 D quarter circulated condition. Most worn. 1982 D quarters are worth 25 cents to $5. Uncirculated condition, MS 60 to 60, MS 65. A well-preserved 1982 D quarter can sell for $50 to $500. Gem condition, MS 67 and higher. High-grade examples can fetch $5,000 to $20,000. Rare mint error. Coins. Certain error quarters have been auctioned for $50,000 to $90,000, making them incredibly valuable. Notable 1982 D quarter errors. Off-center strikes. Coins struck with part of the design missing can be worth $100 to $10,000, depending on the misalignment. Double die errors. If there is visible doubling on inscriptions or numbers, the value can increase dramatically, often exceeding $20,000. Clipped planche. A coin with a missing section due to improper cutting can sell for $500 or more. Struck on the wrong planche. If a 1982 D quarter was struck on a dime or nickel planche, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors who own a 1982 D quarter in circulated condition should check for unique features that might increase its value. Getting the coin professional. The 1980 D quarter dollar, minted at the Denver Mint, is a valuable and highly sought-after coin, especially in circulated condition, with an estimated worth of $60,000. While most quarters from this era were used in everyday transactions, certain rare factors contribute to the significant value of this particular coin. The obverse, front side, of the 1980 D Washington quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. It includes the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, the year 1980 at the bottom, and the D mint mark near Washington's ponytail, indicating it was struck in Denver. The reverse, backside, showcases a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with an olive branch below, symbolizing both strength and peace. The inscriptions include United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum in the center, and quarter dollar at the bottom. Most 1980 D quarters have a standard composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, making them resistant to corrosion. However, over time, many coins from this year have experienced wear, making high-grade and rare varieties significantly more valuable. The rarity and worth of the 1980 D quarter are influenced by multiple factors. One of the most critical reasons is the quality of the strike. Many quarters from this year were produced with weak strikes, leading collectors to seek out well-struck examples in higher grades. Additionally, errors and anomalies increase the desirability of these coins. Coins with unique errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planches, or wrong planche errors, can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. These mistakes occurred during the minting process and are highly sought after by collectors. The value of a 1980 D quarter dollar varies depending on its condition and rarity. A standard circulated quarter from this year typically holds only face value, but well-preserved coins in higher grades command premium prices. A mint state, MS 65 or higher, example can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, while rare errors and near-perfect conditions can push the value into the $60,000 range. Collectors looking to determine whether their 1980 D quarter holds significant value should examine the coin closely for mint errors, sharp details, and any unique characteristics. Seeking professional grading from PCGS or NGC is highly recommended for authentication and value determination. Coins graded MS 67 or higher are exceptionally rare and can command premium prices. This quarter's unexpectedly high value highlights the importance of checking everyday change and old collections for hidden treasures. Even modern coins can fetch significant prices under the right circumstances, making coin collecting a rewarding and exciting hobby.